since I last spoke to you, of course, I follow you on Twitter and Instagram, or not Instagram, on YouTube. I don't follow anyone on Instagram.
At the Hannibal TV, by the way, for anyone listening.
There you go, you bastards. But I'm sure everybody is following. You revealed or announced that you've been going through a skin cancer treatment. So how are you doing? How are you feeling?
It wasn't really a treatment. I just had to get it removed. I had a small piece of skin cancer on me, and unfortunately, because of this lockdown where I live, they actually shut down the cancer doctors. So I actually had to travel somewhere to get it removed. But now that it's removed, I'm just not going to be doing any more sun tanning or walking around without my shirt off in the sun, and I should be okay.
Well, thankfully, sun tanning is something over here that we experience as often as meeting someone from Mars.
Yeah. So I've heard. That's why everyone drinks there.
Well, speaking of people who drink, I've got to ask you about the latest story within the wrestling world. Sonny, he or she is back in jail again.
Yes.
It's kind of sad to know that that's happening to her, because she's clearly got a problem. But at the same time, she doesn't seem like exactly the lady you want to bring home to meet your grandmother for fucking Christmas dinner. So the topic I'd love to ask you about, because last time we spoke about infamous stories and rumors. Have you heard any good Sonny behind the scenes stories, such as the one with Mr. Friendly Hamed Johnson?
Well, I actually did a whole compilation video on my YouTube channel of wrestlers telling their Sonny stories. But yeah, she's been with a lot of wrestlers, obviously. I used her once in Great North Wrestling for 2 shows. That was during her time where I guess she was sober. She basically just complained a lot. She was already pretty heavy by then. But yeah, no, I haven't had any personal experience, because by the time I met her, she was long past her prime. By the time I met her, it was already 2008. But rumor has it, there's been tons of rumors of all the guys she's been with. There's one wrestler that there is a clip on my channel of this guy. His name is Alex Silva. He was the gut check. He was in TNA gut check. He actually goes into great detail on his sexual encounter with Sonny on my channel, and he didn't catch anything from her, and he banged her without a condom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure Johnny Devine, another friend of mine, not that Alex Silva is a friend, but Johnny Devine, who was also an Impact, he's another one of the lesser known guys that have been with Sonny as well.
But would you bang her just so that you could say that I banged Sonny?
No. She's horrendous. She's gross. No, there's no way I would. Not even if I was wasted, I don't think I would.
What I take it you have heard that Hamed Johnson story. What did you think about it?
I have not. I actually have not. But coincidentally, I saw a picture of Hamed Johnson yesterday. Someone just randomly shared it. Have you seen how big he is now?
That is the Nutty Professor.
Yeah, he's got to be, what, 400 pounds maybe?
Yeah, he's more ham than Hamed now. He's
Yeah,
Hamhead Johnson.
I remember him when he went from WWE to WCW. Didn't seem like much time had passed, but he gained like 100 pounds in that time. I think he was called Big T in WCW, but now he's just huge. It's actually impressive. He doesn't look anything like his old self. But yeah, please tell me the Hamed Johnson story.
Well, allegedly, of course, the story is that back in the sort of the later '97 days, allegedly Hamed Johnson knew people who could get, chocolates.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that Sonny allegedly likes that sort of stuff. Maybe some candy here, chocolate, definitely into the ice cream. Rumor was that they were one night, I don't know who she was with, was so strung out and desperate, and they knew that Hamed had the desserts, that she was then basically loaned to him for the night, and allegedly he really went to town on her, and it kind of shook her up for weeks.
I'm going to have to ask him about that, because after I saw his picture last night, I think I'm going to go on a mission to track him down and interview him. And I will ask him. I am interviewing Raven tomorrow. I know Raven allegedly had something to do with Sonny. I will ask him about that. An interesting story about Brutus Beefcake. When we used Sonny in Great North Wrestling here, Brutus Beefcake was also on that tour. And he had told me personally then that he had had sex with her. But then I brought up that story in one of my news updates. And then here's something funny. Brutus Beefcake tweets at me that he did not have sex with Sonny, but he did have sex with Missy Hyatt. And he tags Missy Hyatt in the tweet, as well as his current wife, who's also named Missy. So off the record, he could have been lying. Brutus is not known to be the most honest guy in the world. He could have been trying to impress me that he had a fling with Sonny in the past, but in 2020, he's now publicly denying it. Quebecer Pierre, who's PCO in Ring of Honor, also told me, I mean, Animal will not admit this, I'm positive of it, but according to Quebecer Pierre, Animal at one point was also banging Sonny, according to him.
Well, he was around there in the dying days of her looks, because after early '98, it seemed like there was a lot of hangover food going on and a lot less gym time.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember she literally was eating a Wendy's Baconator when I was driving her on the road, and she was talking to me about the pizza she had eaten the night before, an entire pizza. So I think around the time she joined WCW was the beginning of her weight gain. And it's not just the weight gain that turns me off. It's just the amount of guys she's been with. It's just a bit of a turn off.